Hey, besties. Welcome back
besties.
to the Girls That Get It podcast with your favorite hosts on the internet, Ken and Han.
That was good.
It was, and it's true. So shout out to us. We're back today for another episode, and today is a very exciting episode. We are going to be talking all about our most recent trip where we reunited. I visited Kenna in Denver. We're going to break it down and tell you guys everything that we did, all the tea,
I know.
all the juice.
We took some time off from the pod just so we could come back with a bang.
We did. But we're here, we're ready, and we're going to do highs and lows first, and then we're going to get into the recap.
Yeah.
So, do you want to go first for your highs and lows?
Sure.
I think you should.
Okay. So my high and low are kind of related. I'll start with my low.
Mm-hmm.
This week I have been working an extra hour every single day, so that way tomorrow I can take a half day. And it was so funny because I have been purposely also making a point to get anything done that I would typically do Thursday afternoons done today or done tomorrow morning. And John looked at me and he was like, wait, why are you only here until 12:30 tomorrow? I was like, oh, I'm taking a half day. And he was like, we can do that. And I was like,
you're like, well, I guess so.
He was like, I'm going to start taking half days. And I'm like, I don't think that's how that works. And
you're like, you didn't hear this from me.
I know. He was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I have an appointment. And he was like, what do you, and I don't want to, and usually I feel like you wouldn't ask your coworkers what your appointment's for, but I was like, I'm getting my hair done. And he was like, oh, look at you go. He's like, what are you doing? Getting extensions, dyeing it brown, going bald? Because John's bald, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
I told Nicole I've been really thinking about it, but you just can't go back. But anyway, that kind of leads me to my high. I am getting my hair done tomorrow.
Okay.
Which I think for any female, it's a little nerve-wracking to go get your hair done somewhere new. Specifically for blondes, I think it's really easy to butcher blonde. Luckily, I feel like I've heard less and less horror stories of like turning yellow or like not getting what you want.
Yeah.
But I'm just a little nervous, but also really excited because this is truly it's not the longest my hair has ever been. It's just the longest my roots have been, plus the darkest my roots have been. Usually in the summer, I let it grow out, but like I'm out in the sun, it like lightens it. And then Nicole today, she was like, your natural color has a little bit of red in it. And my mom has told me my whole life.
Really? Oh my
I have
gosh.
a slight red tint in my hair. And I was like, we don't talk about it. We
don't know her. That is not me.
Which it's more of like an auburn than like a red.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, but I'm just so excited. There's nothing like a fresh blonde. Like truly, you feel like a new bitch.
It's true.
I don't even have plans this weekend, but I'm going to make plans just because my hair is
You're
fresh.
Like, I need plans because I'm going to be feeling myself.
Maybe I'll take some pics. Who knows? Watch out, Graham. You never know. Because I've been
you should
retouching my roots in all my pictures.
I'm dead. That's so funny.
I mean, I don't want to draw attention to it, but like the bottom of my hair and the top of my head are two different colors.
Different colors.
Look. That's like 4 inches.
Yeah, I mean.
It's also because I've been taking care of my hair the best I ever have. I used to wash it every single day, so it didn't grow that much. And now I go several days without washing it. I do hair mask. I like use better shampoo.
That's good.
So it's growing.
That's good.
Because I got it done like in July.
Really?
Yeah. But I typically go 3 times a year.
Yeah.
It's probably going to bump up to 4.
Yeah.
But anyway. That's my tea. That's my story.
That's good. I'm excited to see your hair when it's done tomorrow. You'll have to show me.
Thanks.
Okay, so my highs and lows are, I don't know what I'm saying. My low, I'll just get into it, it happened today, and it's actually funny. It's not actually like that serious, but I was at dance. I teach dance, and I was in an acro class, and normally I don't
That's
do I know I don't do tricks.
We don't do
Normally I don't do tricks. Like I do not example anything or show anything, but today I just felt like exampling, and it's nothing crazy. It was just a forward roll in a straddle, like nothing serious, nothing bad, but I forgot that since I don't normally do tricks that I needed to take the claw clip out of my head. And I did the roll. The claw clip literally snapped. Like it sounded like my bones were breaking. They didn't, but it sounded like it. And it like, it was at a weird angle that like the clip broke off, and it also like slid down and dug into my neck. And there's like a literal scratch, probably like the size of like my pinky finger. Like it's that long, and it was bleeding. Like that's how bad it was. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that just happened to me. And it hurt so bad. And it was also one of my favorite clips. So that's really sad. But that would have to be my low for sure. And then my high is that I am using new headphones to record this podcast. And we'll get into that later, like this kind of details about that and things that Kenna might have to say. But
I got nothing to say.
I'm using new headphones, and I'm really excited. And I feel like for some reason it's not fully I don't know. I still am confused. I'm like, I don't believe that they're actually working because it kind of sounds low. But yeah, I'm excited. I've been wanting to try these on the pod for a while. So here we are. And that is that on that.
Really? You don't say.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're just going to hop right into it. For those of you that don't know, Hannah recently came to visit me in Denver. What was it?
Woohoo.
2 weekends ago?
Technically, yeah, 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, it was 2 weekends ago. She flew in on a Thursday, left on a Monday?
Tuesday morning.
That's right. That's right. And it was a great time. So we're just going to walk you through what we did. Hannah has a part 1 of the vlog up. I will eventually have a vlog up. She will also have part 2 of the vlog up. So, you know, go like, subscribe,
go check them
watch
out.
both. Because I'm not going to lie, I looked good in your vlog.
I'm dead.
Like,
I was my camera. Well, I mean, you look good, period, but like also my camera just does
she
wonders.
said it was the camera.
Don't get too ahead of yourself, sweetie.
No, the first clip of us in my apartment on the first day, I was like, I'm gonna cut this and clip it in mine because this
Even
shit's
though
good.
The lighting was horrible.
I thought the lighting was good.
Oh, you're not talking about the one of us at night. You're talking about the one in the morning. Oh, I thought you meant the very first clip of us at night. I'm like, girl, the lighting was awful. What you talking about?
First one in the day.
Oh, got it. You better not steal my clips, otherwise I will copyright you and come for you. So don't try me.
You wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't unless I did.
I don't think you can. Can
no,
you?
but I mean,
that's right. You can't. No,
I could probably sue you for like stealing or like property.
Sue me
or something, but I wouldn't actually. I mean, like if some
creative
A-lister
licensing.
I feel like that could exist though for like real production companies, not me, but somebody
like in a movie or like
that's what I'm saying. I'll just pull one of those. Yeah,
but I'm just saying,
rights.
I think YouTube as a whole, people cut people's clips all the time and just throw that shit up there.
Best give me credit.
I mean, if I choose to, I will, but I haven't even gone through my footage. The only thing I'm slightly nervous about my footage from my vlog is, so for those of you who don't know, I have a Canon 80D that I use as a vlog camera, but it's very, very hefty, especially when I have my mic on it. But even without my mic, like, it's not something you can just whip out and hold. So I use my phone.
Purse. Like, it doesn't fit in your small purse, so it's not like easy to carry around.
It wouldn't even fit in a big purse. Like, it's
it would fit
big.
in like a giant tote bag.
That's a bag. That's not a purse.
That's true.
So I use my phone camera, and the front iPhone camera is very, very nice, but the back one definitely
is different.
And I feel like you can tell the quality. So, like, and not that I'm huge and not that I need to invest in anything right now, but like, I have been thinking about getting a relatively affordable vlog camera with the front-facing camera. Because
when you say front and back facing, I feel like that's confusing, because when I think of front camera, I think about the selfie camera.
Right.
Oh, I think earlier you
Well,
mixed it up by saying the front camera is good quality and the back is not. I think you might have misspoke. The
well,
selfie camera is bad quality.
it depends on which terms you're referring to the phone, I guess.
Yeah, that's
I mean
true.
both. I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know the better one, you know the worst one.
Yes.
I don't need to explain that to you.
Right.
But I feel like I'd have to post more consistently to get myself to do that. But I think if I got back on my grind, and decided one month I want to dedicated some funds to that, I would look into it. And I'm talking like not even as nice as Hannah's. Like less than that, even though I really like yours.
I know. I don't know how I got lucky and predicted the future that I would need that camera, because I've had the camera for a really long time, like years before I started posting on YouTube, but old me was looking out because she knew what was coming.
I know. I used to have a digital camera, but it wasn't like vlog style. It was just for pics. It was back in the day. But anyway.
So I don't think we started talking about anything. We were there Thursday night, really late. And we basically just went to bed. So there's that. And then the action starts on Friday. All types of action. What did we
I took Friday off of work, so we had the day to like, do our thing. Slept in because there's a 2-hour time difference. And I know 2 hours does not sound like a lot, but it took me a long time to adjust. It took me like a good month or two to really fully adjust, which kind of worked in my favor, honestly. Like, I had to get up earlier for work, so it was nice to naturally wake up earlier. And for the first time in my life, I feel like I kind of get in bed at a reasonable time, and I don't stay up crazy late. But
yeah, that's wild. If you know Kenna, that's shocking.
I know.
Do you miss? Oh, never mind. I'm not going to ask you that because.
Girl, that's a good question though.
I'll ask you later.
Sure. Okay. But Friday we started off the day, had some lunch. I was on my personal journey to find the best nachos in Denver. I still have not found them. So
you did get nachos at that place, but I guess they weren't the best in Denver. So the journey continues.
I'm not satisfied.
Yeah. Well, also the queso plays a big part in that. I feel like.
Oh, well,
I guess not.
1,000%.
Yeah. You need good queso, and that's another journey that you went on, and I don't know if we succeeded, really.
It got better.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a place I have here that I get nachos from. I didn't take you there. And it's like, it's not your traditional queso, but I like it. So whenever I need the fix for that, that's where I go.
That's where you go, yeah.
But it's also like kind of a hassle to get to, and like just it's not, But anyway, so I took Han to, I don't want to say a famous Denver restaurant, but one that was really, really recommended to me. It was.
Are you talking about?
We went to Cherry Cricket first on Friday.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I told Hannah, and I've been telling everyone. I just feel like not to shit on Denver, but the food here I just feel like is mediocre. Like, I feel like every restaurant has the same couple of options. Like, it's very hard to find like different things. And maybe I'm just a bitch. You could say that, but I just thought they were.
I would kind of agree. I mean, there were a couple of places that the things that I got were pretty good. Like the wrap that I got at Cherry Cricket was really good, but it's a wrap, so it's like not that impressive. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I like Cherry Cricket.
I feel like the problem with Denver, unless I am unaware, is that like they don't have any specific thing that they're known for. So like, for example, being in North Carolina, like the seafood is normally really good because we're on the coast. Or if you're in the South somewhere, normally like Southern comfort food is really good, like chicken, mac and cheese, all that kind of stuff.
It's known for beer.
I don't know if Denver has that.
It's beer.
Well,
because there's a lot of like
that's not food though. So
I know, but that's
their thing, right?
That's
so that
their
makes
thing.
The food options less.
Because Coors is made here.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It was good though. And I don't think any of the food was necessarily bad. I guess I would agree. It was kind of
just nothing to write home about.
Yeah,
I feel like usually
it's not exceptional.
when you would go or come visit me in New York, or I would go to Raleigh, we have our places that we love.
We love, yeah.
And like
true.
even home, we have like our places. And I've been here for 4 months now.
And you still don't really have.
Besides, which we'll get to, besides the one brunch place we went, there's no place where I'm like, holy bananas,
like,
we have to go here.
Amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I also, and maybe this is me being picky, I like a good, like, nice casual place, if that makes sense. Where I think everything here is just super informal.
It's either really, really cash or fine dining and whining and dining.
Right. And like, I haven't been to any of the fine dining and whining except for like happy hour at a couple places near work.
Right.
But I didn't take us to like a 5-star sit down restaurant. Like,
yeah. Well, those can get expensive, and eating at those kinds of places regularly, it's like, that is not good on the wallet. So
no, well, that's why we picked what we
the
did.
places that you did. No, yeah, the places that we went were good. But yeah, that's a little tea on the food sitch. After we went to lunch, we did something fun.
Han got a tattoo.
Yeah, well, I got 2 tattoos.
Oh, that's right.
You don't forget about Boop. He's small, but he's mighty.
Didn't. If anything, I
or don't forget about the other one. Oh, oops. Yeah, I got 2 tattoos. I got a heart, but like the actual like heart that is inside of your body, not like the emoji heart. And I got a little ghost who is Boop. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm sorry. You don't get an explanation.
I was gonna say we'll have to explain that one day.
We will. But it was fun. We were talking about like the possibility of doing that before I came, and because when I visited her in New York one time, I got a tattoo, and then she was like, "Are you gonna get a tattoo this time?" And I was like, "I don't know. We'll see." And then it always turns out to be like, we'll say, "Okay, let's go," and like see what I want, and then it ends up being like way more crazy than I expect.
Yeah, because I thought last time was crazy, and this time maybe I'm more used to it, but I'm like, dang, like, okay.
Yeah. It ended up being like a lot bigger than I thought. It's not huge by any means. It's pretty small. In comparison
I wouldn't say pretty. Like Boop is pretty small.
Boop is very small.
But the heart is like a whole intricate, like shaded, like.
It's not that big.
Besides it's the second biggest one you have.
I don't think so. I think this is bigger.
I guess, but I wasn't there for that.
Then that.
I knew the butterfly was the biggest, but
yeah, this guy's bigger, and then this. I mean, it's big compared to Boop, but it's not a whole giant piece that's on my whole shoulder with like big vibes. You know what I mean? It's still, it's like a medium size, I would say.
Yeah, I'll give you medium sized.
But I'm happy with it. I like both of them. I think they turned out really good, and I always get lucky with walking in and not knowing who's tattooing me, and it ended up turning out pretty good, because I feel like you could very easily walk into a tattoo shop and get a random person who you really don't know what their work is like, and it could turn out to be horrible. But luckily that hasn't happened to me, and
I feel like that's part of the job though.
That is, if you're a good tattoo artist, then
because I'm sure that's how they get the repeat clients, if like you were to do it locally rather than just when you visited.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely, I mean, that's happened to me locally. Like the people who I've gone to here or in Raleigh have been people that I just kind of like, and then ended up being good. So yeah, that was fun. And then what did we do after that? Oh, we went to your work.
Yeah. That was something, well, one, it was really exciting because I haven't introduced anyone at work to anyone in my life. And now they all know who you are. And today my friend came up to me at work and was like, "Oh, I watched your sister's vlog."
Sister.
I know. And she's like, "Oh wait, your friend, not your sister." And I was like, yeah.
That's funny. Like, shout out to her for watching it.
I know.
You're a real one.
I know.
But yeah, we went to her work. Let me just say, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I want to live there. Like, just give me a key. I'll be staying here. I'll clean up. I promise. It was really pretty and very impressive and really cool to actually see. Because like she kind of talks about like, oh, this at work or that or this person or that person, which is great. And all hearing about it is awesome, but actually getting to see it and meet the people and be in the place that she goes every day to work, it was really cool. And I'm really happy that we got to see it.
Yeah, I'm glad.
It was
I was
fun.
going to ask you, like, what you thought about the people. Did it meet your expectations? You got to meet, like, so many people between Saturday night and at work. Like,
I know.
you met
Even
almost
Friday,
everyone.
Friday night we went out with Paige and
Oh, that's right.
the other
Paige and
girl, Laura. Yeah.
Yeah, you met, like, the whole crew.
I know. They were all really nice. Like I feel like I don't know what my expectations were, because obviously you've always said good things about all these people and how like sweet and nice and genuine they are, but they really were genuine. And I feel like I could see how some people might think by looking at the group of girls, because they're all like gorgeous, like beautiful people, that somebody who doesn't know them could maybe think that they're like a stereotypical pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? But they're not. They're all really sweet, very nice, very welcoming, and like very nice to me as somebody who they don't know. And they could have easily like excluded me from conversations, but they were all super nice. And I 10 out of 10 had a good time meeting them, and I'm really happy that I got to.
Thanks. So, was the business / the building what you thought it would be?
Well, I already kind of knew, because I've seen the RH. Oops, I didn't mean to say that. Oh well, I've seen it in.
I posted now.
That's true, on your Instagram. So
I just don't want to like make it my lifeline or like.
Yeah. I've seen the one in Nashville. And
that's right.
Yeah, and there was one I saw somewhere else, like from the outside. So I kind of knew what it looked like from the outside, but the inside like literally blew me out of the water. It did.
I will say the Nashville
it's like
one
perfect.
Looks almost identical.
Yeah,
as far as outside.
That's how I kind of like knew what to expect, because I have only really seen that one, but it was great. I loved it, and I need a cloud couch, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, good.
And I will be buying one from you whenever I have the money to do so in several years.
Please.
Unless you're not there anymore, but you know.
Yeah, we'll see. That's a long ways away.
Yeah, true.
All right.
Then we went shopping. Tell them about our shopping experience at the mall.
I will say, I feel like malls are low-key out, but there's something about this mall that's just in.
It's fire. It's
got all the good places, and
it does.
We didn't even go to all of them.
I know.
We just had to limit ourselves, but we went to the realistic places. They have an Aritzia, they have an Anthro, they have an Urban, they have a Free People, they have a Sephora, they have a Zara, they have an H&M. Need I go on?
You name it, they have it.
Basically. And we definitely got off to a good start. I know we got some good things, some good basics, some good winter gear. I got things from Aritzia, one thing from H&M, and a sweatshirt, like a Colorado sweatshirt. So I got the famous leather Aritzia pants. So
have you worn them yet to work?
Yeah, I just wore them Monday.
Were they everything you expected and more?
They were.
That's good.
I felt like I actually had a waist for the first time in my life at work, where usually I feel like kind of boxy.
Yeah.
But they do kind of make like a noise when you walk.
Oh, like when like.
Yeah, it's not awful, but when I put them on, I was like, oh.
That's funny. I feel like that's sometimes inevitable with leather pants, especially when they're like pants and not leggings.
Yeah.
But they're cute. They look good. So
it was so funny because I wore those pants with black heels and a black sweater. Nicole showed up the exact same outfit.
That's hilarious.
Like black sweater, black leather pants, black heels. Like it was freaky. We were like, wait a second. Like we're starting to spend too much time together.
That's funny. That's cute. I got something at Aritzia for the first time. Well, not. I guess I already own things from Aritzia that people gifted me, but I never bought something.
You've never bought anything?
No,
because you've been living large.
I know. Well, the only things I had before was 3 pairs of biker shorts, 1 pair from you and 2 pair from Al that I got for graduation.
Still, I mean, that's 40, 80, That's like $1,200 right there.
You mean 100? You said 1,000.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm
Just the
like,
bigger
dang.
numbers.
If 3 pairs of
used
biker
to,
shorts for $1,000, that would not be worth it.
Sorry, I was thinking about furniture.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, I got a pair of leggings, well, flare leggings, and they just are beautiful. They're the butter ones. Everything that you need in a legging is literally there. So if you need leggings, go to Aritzia and get the butter ones. You'll thank us later because they're quite literally the most amazing piece of fabric I've ever put on my body. And that is
It is
facts.
life-changing.
It really is.
Truly
It really
beyond. I cannot advocate enough for it. I genuinely thought you took my flared leggings because I couldn't find them for like 3 days. And I was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
did
I
she
would never
just
do you like that.
snatchies? Like, did she? But I found them. I did like,
I would not do
remember
you
when I
like-
did that haul, I put them back in the Aritzia bag and I hadn't
Mhm.
obviously gone
You
through
hadn't
the
checked.
Aritzia bag. And I was
Yeah.
okay. Good thing I
That's
didn't text you like,
hilarious.
you bitch. Like,
All of your Aritzia butter stuff just disappears one by one, and then I end up having a whole collection now, and you're like, wait, that's suspicious.
I know. I'm starting to have a lot, but I also feel like okay, hot take. I dry my leggings. There, I said it. Okay, I
Your
dry
butter ones?
all of my leggings. I put them in the dryer.
I put all my ones in the dryer that aren't the butter. I don't put the Aritzia ones in the dryer, but I put regular ones in the dryer.
My question is, do they? You know how like when you wash things and they go like they go back,
Yeah.
they suck.
Yeah.
Do they do that
Yeah.
when you air dry them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
I
think...
just love a good suck.
Yeah.
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 Please do not clip that sound and just.
I might.
Damn it.
But you're right, and that is one of the best things about washing clothes is that they like go back
Right.
to their original form. I think they basically do the same effect because I haven't noticed after washing them and air drying them that like they feel loose or anything.
Because the pair of leggings that I've had the longest, even though I've dried them, have started to feel looser. And granted, I am
feel like
thinner,
that's just
but I'm not
inevitable.
that thin.
Well, that, and also I think just once you wear something so many times, washing it, I think can only do so much to,
I know, but I need to take better care of specifically the butter collection ones.
Yeah.
But like you could just buy every piece from the collection.
I'm thinking about it. I might.
For me, thanks.
For us, for both of us.
Wow, I'm glad you got that money like that.
I don't, but when I do, I'll hit you up.
Hook a girl up.
So yeah, we went shopping, did the thing. We both were pretty successful.
Thank goodness.
And we just love a good shopping trip, especially when we find something, because I feel like, and we said, I think we said this in both of our vlogs, but I feel like for us, it's either really good and we buy everything and we can't stop, or it's super bad, we don't find anything, and then we just get like pissed off because
we get
like
really sad.
We're like, this is not the vibe. We haven't found a single thing. So I'm glad that it was the opposite and that we found stuff that we liked, because
I also
was the
feel
goal.
like it's like there's been a couple times where we need something for like an event or like truly need something. I'm specifically thinking about New Year's 20 something,
2020 maybe.
I don't know. But we desperately needed something and couldn't find anything and kind of just settled at the end of the night. But it's when we're just like, oh, we'll go look. We'll take a gander. And it's like, add to cart.
Literally swipe. Thank you. Another one,
I do
please.
think I have
Thank
a
you.
shopping problem.
Yeah, we'll digest that a little bit later. So hold off, please, kindly, for that thought.
Ma'am?
But yeah. We shopped, and then I think after that we went back to your apartment to get ready to go to Meow Wolf.
Oh, tell me how I blacked that out.
Did you forget it?
Absolutely. I did not write that in my list.
That's funny. Well, we did that on Friday after we shopped. We went back, got ready, and then we went to Meow Wolf. If you want to tell them, well, okay, let me just say what it's advertised as, and then I'll let Kenna kind of tell you like what really went down. Basically, Meow Wolf is, as advertised on the internet, an interactive, immersive art exhibit. Basically, that's all they say they are, an immersive art exhibit. And when I think about that and see those words, I think about like I don't know if anybody or if y'all know about like the Van Gogh interactive museum. You think about like there being things and parts of each kind of room and a storyline that adds up together and makes sense and is cohesive, and also having elements where you can interact with it. Hence interactive, whether it be like a little game or a little read this or a little click here to find out this information about these people in this photo, and then pick up the phone and hear about somebody's story that has to do with this art piece or whatever. That's kind of what we expected, because that's kind of how they advertised themselves as. But when we got there, it was like, I thought we were at the wrong place, low key, because I'm like, hold up, this is not what we thought we were getting into.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, if you've ever been to like the Museum of Ice Cream, the Color Factory, like that's kind of the experience I thought we were getting into, where, like Hannah said, it was a little bit more structured, a little bit more like chronological in a sense. We get there. It's in this huge building. It is next to
ginormous
the Empire Field football stadium where the Broncos play here in Denver. And like comparatively, it's like half the size of the stadium. Like it's half the size of a professional football arena. Like,
yeah, it's freaking massive.
It is ginormous. And there's just this tiny little sign. I mean, it's not tiny, but it looks tiny in the scale of the building that just says Meow Wolf in different colors. And so everyone here that I've talked to has been like, oh yeah, it's a definite must do. Like it's a total like Denver bucket list thing. People come here just to see this. I was like, this is perfect. Like can do it. Like so excited. Maybe this will be like a reoccurring thing I can take people to. Okay. We get in, absolutely no instructions, no sign. You have to go through metal detectors, show them your ticket, blah, blah, blah. So it was like kind of like intense for usually when you walk into a museum, you either pay an entry fee or you just skirt. Like it's I don't know. So that was kind of my first sign. I was like, if they're checking bags and like going through a metal detector, like we're going to be closer to people than I thought we were, as far as like,
yeah, I feel like nowadays that's kind of just protocol though for any like event or concert or thing that has a building that large, since the building is so large and there's so many different rooms, like there's going to be a point that there can't be staff seeing what everybody's doing at all times. And I feel like now, just with like the way the world is, they have to be extra cautious and make sure that nobody's bringing in anything that could be dangerous.
No, I totally get that. I just didn't think Meow Wolf was the entire building.
Oh,
I thought there would be like
the entire building.
Well, I learned that.
Now you know
as
that.
Far as like perception, I thought it would just be like a wing of it, or like because online there were several different types of tickets as well as different like things. So I just picked like the main one, and I thought obviously if you got different tickets, you'd go to like different floors or you'd have more experiences. Like it's not what I thought.
That's not the case, which you now know.
And you basically walk into like 3 elevators with signs that don't really make sense and don't really have like English on it. It's just like a bunch of gibberish. And so we're like, should we ask someone? Like no one else looks as confused as we are.
Well, and normally I feel like if I was expecting there to be a person like a tour guide standing at the front being like, welcome to Meow Wolf. Like today's experience will include blah, 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 blah. Like, you start here, go this way, go, but it wasn't like that. You walk in and it's just like fend for yourself, figure out what you're supposed to do. There's no directions.
So we decide to be the basic white girls that we are and ask someone that looks like they work there, and was like, hi, like, will you like, where do we start? What do we do? And she was like, I recommend going up the middle portal. It will take you into the middle of all the worlds, where the others take you to a specific site. I don't know, something along those lines. And then we get into this large elevator that fits like
huge.
It could fit like 20 cows.
Okay, maybe not that big, but
I mean, it was pretty big.
Fit 20 people.
And as for going up, I'm not really paying attention. I just thought it was really awkward. There was us, a couple, and then this one lady that works there that operates the elevator. And then all of a sudden she says, you are leaving Earth. You will never return. And we are here to harvest your memories. And not only was that just like odd, but I was like, wait a second, this isn't, I thought this was something different.
Well, yeah. And it was funny too because like she was in character the whole time and did not break. Like when we walked in the elevator, she didn't really say like, "Hi folks, how are you?" Like she didn't greet us as if she was working somewhere. She was like fully committed to the bit, and she was basically acting like she was a part of this exhibit, and she was speaking in like their, not speaking in their language, but like in terms that aren't normal human terms. She was talking in, and so I was like, oh, she's serious, like this is no joke. And then she said what Kenna said, harvesting your memories, you'll never see Earth again, bye. And then she opened the elevator, and then here we are, and we walk into this giant room, and we're like, whoa, what is this?
So when you walk in, it's kind of like, when I say enchanted forest, you're gonna think of like Narnia or like something that resembles the real world. This didn't. I
don't even know how to explain it. Like it well, first, the big middle room has several floors. So there's like, the bottom floor, there's floors. Yeah, there's like a few spiral staircases like around. There's a middle staircase, and it kind of feels like it looked like we were inside of a dream. Like it was very strange. A lot of the pieces of art or like things hanging from the ceiling or things on the walls like didn't really make sense. They were very abstract, and nothing really went together. It was very strange and interesting, and like there were weird creatures and like statues of odd things that are, like I said, very abstract and not normal. And so it was like really confusing because we were like, is this supposed to be space? Because this room did not really resemble space.
No.
And it didn't really resemble anything besides a few trees here and there, a weird sloth with like 10 boobs here and there. Like some interesting colors like splashed on the wall.
It was very like psychedelic, trippy, kind of mushroom-esque.
Yes.
And like they told us before we went up, the lady that we spoke to, she was like, there is a storyline. And so it was at this moment that Hannah and I started to like question, okay, so what's the message? What's the storyline? And then as you lost. Kind of, we just like really were just wandering for a good 30 minutes, taking it all in. And then we kind of see everything and we're like, is this it? Like, this is it. Like, this is really it. Like, that's it.
Well, and we kept saying, like, how do people... Because on the website, I think it says they recommend, like, 2 hours to enjoy the whole experience. And after 30 minutes of being in that same room, we were like, how could somebody be in here for 2 hours? Like, we already saw everything. There's nothing to digest. There's no interactiveness to this room. Like, there's nothing to see, nothing to read.
No.
So what the heck do these people do for another hour and a half?
Yeah, there was a couple touch screens, but there was literally nothing on them. They didn't work when you touched them.
Working. Yeah.
And I don't know if they're designed to not work. Literally not a single one in any single room we went to worked. So I was like, there's no way they're all broken. Like,
yeah, the only thing that worked was that computer thing in that one room.
Oh yeah,
where you like could check their emails or whatever.
Right.
But still kind of lame.
But yeah, so eventually after entering this forest wonderland psychedelic trip, we found a door that led to a room with a bunch of street signs. It had like stop signs, caution signs, speed limits, and then there was also like a floating drum set and a houseboat.
Oh, did we find that one first? I thought we found the white room with like the pink crystals and like all the like, it was kind of pretty. It was like there was like a wall and a staircase. It was like all white and it had like,
I think that was in the forest though.
It was, but it was like an entrance up to upstairs to somewhere else. Oh, or maybe the entrance was to the room with all the signs. I don't know. That's beside the point. We found another room.
But it started to kind of resemble more like Earth. It was definitely things like we had seen before and we could comprehend and recognize. There was also, in my opinion, a lot more like other people going through the exhibit here. So I was like, maybe we're on to something. Maybe we're getting there. That's where like the Sasquatch creature like everything was themed around that, right? It wasn't called a Sasquatch, but like it's the thing we saw dressed up at the end.
That was in like the middle of. It's connected to that room, but it wasn't in the room with the drums and
no. It wasn't in the room, but like remember when you went down the houseboat and then you went in and there was like all the like search and rescue stuff and they were looking for that. That was like my first hint at like, oh, he's the character, or like
yes, he was the character. Yeah.
But
I still lost on the storyline.
Me too. Well, he was the character for that world. There's 3 worlds, is what the lady told us. So there's magical enchanted forest. There's like upside down Earth, which isn't like Stranger Things upside down, but it has like pizza shops. It had convenience stores. It had like things you would recognize, but it didn't function that way. It was like, because you went in the thing that was like upside down and you saw cows. It was like a low black wall and like a slight thing where you could crawl under. I didn't go in it.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. There were like farm animals. I can't remember if they were cows, but they were farm animals.
So yeah, there was like another whole like 30-minute experience in this kind of world. And again, no really storyline. And then we're like, okay, we've gone to 2 worlds, but we cannot find the third. There's no way like.
Well, and to be honest, the two worlds or 3 like there's no distinction between what is what world. Like there's different rooms, but it's not like there's only 3 rooms or like 3 sections. They're all connected. So I don't even really know, to be honest, what the third one was or is, or which rooms are included in it and not, because besides the one big like foresty room, all the rest there's like 30 other little rooms like here and there, and it's very confusing. And so
what I thought the third one was the big acrylic castle.
Oh,
because
is that big? I don't feel like interesting,
but it was,
maybe it is.
I just felt like the vibe of the enchanted forest and then like the upside down reality, and that one just didn't fit into anything, and it was the smallest in my opinion.
It was. If that was a whole thing, then that's weird, because it was like one room that was kind of smaller.
I mean, the room itself was big, but the whole world, if that was the third world, I thought.
Yeah, there was not a lot to it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I eventually realized, like, oh, Denver, it's legal to smoke weed here. This is something I bet people get high or whatever and come here, and I'm sure it's quite the experience, because we even noticed walking around, like,
there were some people that were
quite there.
They weren't all there, yeah. And even in the parking lot, I think there was like a group of people who like parked across from us, and we're like, I think these people are on something, and they probably knew what they were getting into this place, because
yeah. So that was a very long explanation, but basically I wanted to give you as much information as I could, because going in, I felt like I was a little deceived, and maybe if I went in with better expectations, I wouldn't have the feelings I feel, but I would not go again. I would not recommend it. Like, you could skip it, if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah. True.
Damn, I forgot about that.
You forgot we did that? Yeah, that was a whole experience. But then after that, we just went to dinner. We went to that place downtown.
View House.
Yeah, and we had spooky Halloween drinks that were really good, actually.
That shit was wild.
It was good. It was literally like 12 different liquors in one drink, which sounds confusing, but it didn't taste like alcohol at all, and it was very weird, but it was good weird. But I was just like,
I felt it though fast.
Yeah. I didn't, but that's that's normal for me.
That's you.
I know. But that was good. And then we met up with a couple of Kenna's friends out for some drinky poos, and then chilled and hung out.
We hit some bars that I haven't been to yet. Bars in Denver are different than what I'm used to. They're like restaurants.
She's like, F Denver. I don't like the food. I don't like the bars. I don't like
I was thinking about it the other day, and I don't think F Denver, because I love the aspect of nature and how I can go explore like this entire state, but get to live in a city. But there are things I don't vibe with, and things that I'm still adjusting to. Like, I love that it makes me take this slower pace at life, and it really makes me enjoy the little things. And it helps me like reframe things. I realize I've never really slowed down in my life ever, and this is forcing me to. So I love it for that way. But like, we went to Federales, which originated in Chicago, and it apparently, like, it's a chain, not everywhere, but just in Chicago and Denver. But it's like a restaurant. It's like a restaurant we would have gone to for dinner.
Yeah,
and that was popping.
it was.
I felt like that was
so
like
popping.
so popping. And then we walked over to Luster Pearl, and we ran into another one of my friends, which, like, I think I've always had friends in life. I feel like I'm fortunate, but it was really cool for Hannah to be visiting and me to walk into a bar, into a city I've lived in 4 months, and someone come up and like be like, Kenna, oh my gosh, hi, and then give me a hug.
I know, I was not expecting that, to be honest. Not because you don't have friends, but just because you're still new, and just the odds of seeing somebody you know at a random place is, I feel like, only happens when you know a ton of people.
Totally.
So it was kind of funny, and that place was low key packed too. It was
it was popping.
High key packed, actually.
High key packed. It was. It was a good time though, and honestly, totally. I mean, we stayed out late, but we got back at like a decent time considering we were out with a group of people. Like, we didn't stay out until the bars closed. We were like, okay, we're dipping we
now
left at 1:30, 1:40. Bars closed at 2.
I thought we left at 12:40.
I don't think so.
I think we
really
did.
No,
pretty
I don't
sure.
know.
Who knows?
It was in the 1 something. Just because. I don't know. Well, I thought it was 1 because they were gonna go to another place, and I was like, there's no reason to walk to another place when it's gonna close. Like,
interesting.
That's what went through my head.
I can't remember now.
But it was a good time. Hannah made a friend.
I didn't, though.
You did.
I was talking to the people. There was one person who I talked to more than everybody else, but
that's who I'm talking about.
I know. It's not like I'm still in contact with this person. It's not like we actually made friends. I mean, I talked to him for more than I talked to other people, but nothing happened with that.
Yeah. Oh, he read you like a book, though. Tell everyone that.
I'm good. I really don't want to.
What, can I share?
No, I don't think so.
Bestie. Okay.
It's nothing bad. I just feel like we also need to move on because we still have like 3 more days to cover, and we're almost at 50 minutes.
Oh, okay. Fine. Use excuses.
Okay. What was I about to say? I had a thought about that was not Halloween because neither of these days were Halloween, but that's not when we dressed up because then Saturday night we dressed up.
We dressed up, right? Saturday.
Yeah.
People were dressed up Friday. We just didn't.
True.
I'm not
people were, but nobody in our group were they?
No, because Paige and Laura worked.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
But none of the guys that were with her boyfriend were dressed up either.
No, because they have common sense.
Yeah.
We are too old to be Halloween-ending, people. Come on.
I know. Well, and I just feel like it's not as... Well, I've never really loved Halloween, but I feel like the older you get, the less enjoyable the, like, aspect of partying every day and having an amazing costume every day of the weekend. I feel like that goes away the older you get, especially after college.
I also feel like back in the day, Instagram was life and getting a pic and a costume with everything. And now that Instagram is falling off,
nobody cares about that as much anymore.
It doesn't matter. And you don't have to have proof you dressed up, or you don't have to like outdo anyone because you're not going to get likes because the algorithm sucks.
True. That is very true. That's like makes me not want to post anything anymore. But I guess it doesn't matter because I'm just posting stuff that I like.
I kind of love it now because I don't have the pressure. Like, all my last posts have been hella casual because it's just been like, it's for me. And like, welcome to the party.
That's
if you want to come.
If not, bye.
Yeah. So
that was Friday. And then Saturday, we exchanged birthday gifts.
Yeah.
That was fun. You guys should go watch. It's in both of our vlogs. You should go
Yeah.
watch it because it was a good time. But should we tell them what we got each other?
We can
Or
pick
should we
one
just-
thing to share.
Okay.
Because so they go watch the vlog.
Right.
You get a little taste, but not the whole thing.
Okay, so let me think. I'm gonna have to say. Oh, which one should I say? I'm gonna say the. Okay, Kenna got me one of the things that that she got was a projector for my room or living room or wherever. It's basically you can connect it to your computer or your phone and project the screen onto a wall, and it's like you have your own little mini movie theater in your room, which I love. And she has one. She's tested it. She's loved it. I'll let her talk about that in a second. But she got me one, and I don't have a TV in my room, and so I'm very excited to. Oh my gosh! Speaking of, I was supposed to.
Is the cord there?
Yeah, it said it was delivered, but when I got home, I just ran in my. I didn't even look.
Maybe it's like on the kitchen, or your dad took it, or like
he probably did, but normally he like would put it outside of my door, and I didn't see it. Anyway, I'm excited to try it and use it because I don't have a TV in my room, and it'll be really nice to watch TV, watch movies, and have a big screen to watch it on.
I can't wait for you to get that up and running because it's truly changed my life. I feel like I am definitely not like a homebody. Like I love to be on the go. I thrive on the go, but it has made me want to be more of a homebody because my home's popping. Like
literally, it's the best thing
part of
ever.
I just want people to just come lay in my bed and watch movies with me.
And just watch. Yeah, right.
Can I just?
It is good.
Is it weird to invite like your homies over and be like, "You want to watch a movie?" Well,
No,
I'd have to watch
not at
it
all.
in my bed. We have to be a little
No, that's not
cozy, you
weird.
know. Get a little cozy.
Summer party.
Cozy. True. Okay, so my gift. Oh, I should talk about my gift from Hannah. She ordered it for me several weeks before she came, but it did not come in time. And those are actually the headphones, not the exact pair she's wearing, but it is. That's what inspired her to get those. Is a few weeks ago on the pod, she asked, "Is there anything you want for your birthday?" I gave her a couple options, listed some things. And one of them was the knockoff pair of the AirPod Pro Maxes. And so she did her research, ordered some, but it took a long time to get in. So that's kind of why she has those new headphones.
I got you a black pair.
Yeah, I got a black pair. So I haven't
And
tried
mine
them
are
yet,
silver.
but I'm excited. But
They're
that was
good.
my gift from her.
I feel like they're better. Like right now, I don't know why I'm having trouble hearing. Like the volume is just like kind of quiet, and I wish it was louder. And I don't know if it's because they're plugged in with the cord and not through Bluetooth right now.
Yeah,
But it's a lot better when I've been like listening to music. They're actually pretty good, so I'm excited.
why
for
couldn't
you to
you
get
do
them.
Bluetooth?
It wouldn't like when I was pressing the power button, like nothing was happening. Like it wasn't turning on, but I know they're charged because I purposely charged them last night fully so that they wouldn't die while we were recording.
Well, did you go to like Bluetooth and try to manually connect it?
Well, yeah, but you have to power on the headphones. They aren't like AirPods where you just take them out of the case and they're on. Like
Well, I thought you said earlier they were on.
No, bestie. I was trying to turn them on and they weren't. Like they're on now for some reason, but normally when you press the button, it says power on, and then it's like pairing, and then it says, but it didn't do any of that. It didn't say power on. It didn't do anything. So I thought they weren't working, but then I plugged them in and now I can hear. So I'm like, are they on or are they not? I don't understand.
Maybe
But,
it paired when you weren't holding them, or like when they weren't on your head.
But I would still have to turn them on. Like you still have to press the on button. I don't know.
Maybe
it doesn't
you
matter because they're
bumped
working. But no, because it would have said power on. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
If they weren't on your head, you wouldn't hear it. Is my point.
No, I didn't bump it because you have to hold it down. Like it's not just one press. You have to hold it down for like 5 seconds. But they're good. I think you'll like them, and I'm excited for them to get to you eventually, whenever that may be. But then after we did that, this is when we went and got food that Kenna is excited to share.
Oh my
right?
gosh. We went to this place called Denver Biscuit Company, and oh my gosh, it was probably the best biscuit I've ever had in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Did I overeat it this past weekend? Absolutely.
That's hilarious. I was gonna ask you if you've been back, but I guess there's my answer.
Yeah, it's been the first place where I'm like, wow, like it would be my go-to spot to take people for like a brunch situation.
It was really good. It was.
It was really good. It also kind of reminds me of home. That's why, like, I love a good biscuit. Ho for a
Yeah.
biscuit. I also
Yeah.
thought the chicken was delicious.
It was. I really enjoyed
The
it.
fries were good.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't charge me for my Coke, so
So shout out to them.
shout out to them. It's not much, but yeah, I thought that was great. So if you're in town, definitely check it out. I've actually had the pizza from it. It's kind of a two-parter: biscuit shop by morning, pizza shop by night. Just the best of both
Yeah.
worlds, honestly. I've had the pizza they had at one time at work, and it was good.
Nice.
And then after that, we did some more shopping, but this time we went thrifting. Showed Hannah a couple other parts of town. I love the thrift stores here. They're very large, have quite the nice variety.
Yeah.
Got some good home decor for me, or home goods.
You got a lot of home decor.
We went to Marshall's.
Oh yeah, we did. I got a couple
I hit the
sweaters there.
jackpot.
Yeah, you did. Oh my gosh, I forgot. You got a lot of stuff. You got like a couple home decor. Actually, did you get any clothes? Oh, you got shoes.
Yes, I got my work shoes.
And you got a bunch of
clothes though. I got a bunch of home decor.
Yeah,
which was huge. Things I've been looking for.
You got your Ari perfume.
Okay. It's not the same.
Is it not?
It's similar, but it's not the same. And it says it right on the back. Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, that's a disappointment. That
it says it's a softer version of it. And it just, there's slightly different notes in it. I'm still going to use it, and it's a good one to like travel with, but I'll definitely need to get like the real one here.
That's
only
weird.
$7.
Yeah, I guess that explains why it might not have been the real thing, or not the exact, because it's still an
It says
Ariana
it's
Grande
like
perfume.
Yeah, and I read the back, and it talks about the real one, and then has like the picture of the glass bottle on the plastic one, which makes sense because if you think volume wise of how much you get in that tall one versus how much comes in the, it would have to be more expensive.
Yeah, true, just true.
So yeah, we did go Saturday.
It was. And I was happy with the few things that I got thrifting. And at this point, though, I bought so much stuff. I was like, I cannot buy more because I won't be able to fit it back home. And also, like, I can't spend $1 million more. But
yeah, I was gonna tell you because when you kept saying that you were packing so much, your suitcase was so full. I was like, I just know you're gonna want to buy things. Like, maybe don't bring that much.
Well, my suitcase wasn't even like, I pretty much used everything that I brought. Like, I didn't bring extra shoes or extra clothes or anything. Like, I pretty much put in everything that I needed and used it. It's just hard because when you're packing jackets and stuff for colder weather, it takes up more space, especially in a carry-on. But I made it work coming back, and my suitcase did not pop the zipper, so
that's good.
We're all good. We survived. And it all is well. But after that, we went to dinner at that roof place, where we got the noodles and crab. What's it called?
Noodles and crab.
Yeah, we went to the place.
Oh, we went to Avanti.
Yeah. That place.
Which I'm glad you went there because that and Happy Camper, which we went to later, is like definitely a staple of Denver. Cute places, both restaurant vibes.
Yeah.
But they both are bars at the same time.
I liked Avanti because it had a nice view of Denver.
It did. It was very nice.
And you can get some cute photos up there. So that was fun. And then we went to a little Halloween shindig.
Yes. Afterwards, one of my friends from work had a Halloween party and was so kind to invite me. That's where Hannah got to meet my other friends at work that weren't like working that day. Which I just want to say I'm so thankful, not only for my work friends, but my other friends here. Like, I felt like in New York, yes, I knew a lot of people and I had a lot of friends, but I didn't walk away with like as many lifetime college friends as I thought. Like, I have like 3 or 4, and people still that I stay connected with for like work and just like classmates, but it's not what I thought college would be. I thought we'd have this big friend group, and that's something Abby and I talked about the other day, that we'd all do these things with. And now I feel like I have like quantity wise the highest amount of good quality people that I call friends.
Yeah.
And it's such a wide variety of like ages and where they're from and like where they're at in life. And it's just so good to feel like you have this big group of people. So yeah, all good things.
That's good. They were all very nice, and it was fun to get to go and meet the ones who I didn't meet at the actual office. And she really pulled out all the stops. Like, she had a whole spread of food that she like made herself. She made all these little cute signs for all the food. She had the drinks. She had the vibes. Like, she was a very good host. And she really killed it with the food spread. It was
totally
unbelievable. And it was really fun, and everybody was really nice. And then we went out with a few of the people. We went out with her and a few of the people who also you work with who came to the party. And that's when we went to Happy Camper. And it was fun. It was cute. Happy
and she
Camper
said she
is very,
saw us
like,
at recess last night.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she told me the next day.
Yeah, because we saw her like we saw her hat from like across the way.
Yeah,
and we were like, "Is that her?" Like,
yeah,
and it was. But yeah, we went to Happy Camper for a drink. It's very cute in there. But I don't love that like you have to kind of like stay at your own table with your own group, which is fine for like an event vibe or a dinner vibe. But when you're going out, if you're interested in talking to people who aren't in your friend group, don't go there, because you can't really do that, and it's not really that vibe. It's more like structured, and like you stay at your table.
Yeah, you have to have a reservation to get a table. They do have like a small standing bar, but like you can't really stand there and mingle.
Right.
But I also struggle with it because like you need a large group. Like they don't have like tables for two.
If we were to just be by ourselves, that's not really the place to go.
You need at least 4 to 6.
Oh yeah,
like
for sure.
Because they have smaller tables in the back, but they're still like decent.
We had like 10
groups.
people, and there were still a lot of space at our table on the ends. Like you could have fit like 2 or 3 more on each side, maybe 2. But
yeah, I kind of wish we would have stayed longer, because basically the girl that hosted the party, her and her boyfriend both invited like their groups of friends, and we all hung out obviously at the party together, which was fun. But we were all supposed to go out after, and basically being her friend, we all went first, and then most of her friends left, and then her boyfriend's friends came. So like none of us were really like out together, and like that's the fun part, you know?
Yeah.
So, but it was good. It was fun. I'm glad you got to see it.
Me too. It's a cute place for sure. And it was cool. But and then we went to one more place, just us two for one more, and just talked about life and caught up and did us. But then we went back home, went to sleep, and then Sunday we had a very chill day the next day.
Oh yeah. I think Sunday was my favorite day of all the days.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I guess we slept in, and we just kind of took our time getting ready, and then we went and we got Mexican for lunch because Kenna's been on the hunt for 1 good Mexican, 2 good queso, and I found a place that looked cute, looked like they had the things that we were looking for. So we went and we tried it. It's called something Rio Grande. I think just the Rio Grande.
I think it's just Rio Grande.
Okay. And it was pretty good. We both got quesadillas, tried their queso. The quesadilla was really good. The queso was good, but not really good.
Right. I thought the quesadilla was really good.
Really good, yeah.
Queso,
fine.
Again,
nothing amazing, nothing terrible. Just your average old queso.
If that was like white cheese,
it would be fire. Good. I know. What's with the yellow? Like, come on. It's not queso unless it's white.
Exactly.
But whatever. You'll hopefully find a place that has good white queso soon.
We'll see.
And then after that, we went and painted pottery.
You guys, this is the move. Like, I want this to become more of like something I do more frequently.
It was really fun. Well, honestly, it was a little bit stressful because like you wanted to make something that's cute, and like if you mess up, there's kind of no going back.
Totally.
But it was a cute place. It was a fun activity because it was different than what we normally do, and you kind of
Yeah.
like forget about things like that. So it was a lot of fun. Kenna painted a little pot with like a little stand. And I painted a stemless wine glass, and it was fun. And we should definitely do that again. They turned out good.
Yeah, I think they turned out really good, especially for our first time, like at least in a while. Both
could have been tragic.
Both things we use. I would in the future. Granted, you don't know what pieces will be there when you go, but I'll probably go with a better vision next time. But it'd be something fun. I just love activities. Yeah. And I also love being creative, and that was an activity where I got to be creative. So I was like, let's do this.
It was a lot of fun. And
peaceful.
I definitely recommend painting pottery if you haven't in a while, because it's a cute little activity. But yeah, then we tried to go to Red Rocks after that. Kind of failed. You can explain why we failed. But I mean, we got there. We were there.
We got there, and I still think it was good to drive up the mountain and see that. Because this was Han's first time in Colorado in general, and what it looked like out that way is more of what the rest of the state looks like, and it gets even more cozier and more cute. But Red Rocks is this honestly world famous attraction.
If you don't know what Red Rocks is, you've been living under a rock.
I didn't know what it was until I moved here, if I'm being honest.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I had never heard of it.
What? Oh my gosh.
But I also knew nothing about Colorado, period. I never thought I'd end up here. It wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But now it is. So she's gone granola girl. I'm not a granola girl. But anyway, it's this naturally formed amphitheater that was naturally kind of formed out of these wonderful red rocks from the earth. And online, it just says it's open every day from sunrise to sunset. And obviously it has a list of concerts. But when there are concerts, it doesn't really say, obviously you have to close the venue so the bands can prep and get ready. But it didn't give a specific time for that. And I figured because sunset was later than when the pottery place was open, it would be fine to go and see it. But basically there was a concert going on that night that we went. So we did drive all the way there just for there to be a concert. And we couldn't actually go in the amphitheater and see it in person.
See the rocks and the steps and the stage and all that.
Right. But
we still saw the surrounding areas, and there's still pretty rocks outside of it, and there's a whole area where people can hike, and it's a whole thing. We just didn't get to go inside, but we still enjoyed the views, and we got a couple pics. Hopefully, did, but hopefully they're cute. And it was just fun to see the scenery and do the little drive up and see the mountains. And then we got dinner in a small little town, the same town right down the road at a little pizza place. It was pretty good. So is that all we did? Oh, no. Then we got rolled ice cream back in town. And then we stayed in and watched Stranger Things on the projector in your room.
Oh, yeah. That's when she first experienced the projector. Because I've been raving about this for a while. And honestly, I always thought it was kind of tacky. It just seemed like a little bit more work than the reward and I don't know, all the stuff. I also felt like I don't like kitschy things. I don't like gadgets, but it's pretty cool. It
is really cool. It's a serious game changer. You feel like you're in a movie theater. So that's why I'm so excited for mine, because we used yours and I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah. I think part of the experience is truly my bedding though.
Yeah, true. Your bed is
I'm
like
obsessed with my bed. It's truly my greatest joy and proudest work in life.
It's like a cloud. You don't, it's cloud
I want people to
just go to Kenna's bed.
Exactly. I want people to come feel it because I'm not proud of it, but I also don't want people to get too comfortable and stay in my bed,
Right. You're like, don't get your dirt on my
right.
On my perfect bed.
Don't start trying to sleep over all the time because you like my bed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared is gonna happen one day.
Someone's gonna get attached to the comfiness.
Yeah, not me, but the bed.
Right.
That's why I'll get a boyfriend.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Okay, so that was Sunday. Oh, and then Sunday evening. Was that when we filmed TikToks? No. No,
that was Monday.
No,
Get ahead of yourself.
So sorry.
We did film TikToks on Monday. Well, Monday was the next day, and there's not as much events to break down because Kenna worked that day since she took Friday off. She had to go in on Monday, but it worked out because I went to a coffee shop while she worked and edited my vlogs, and I basically finished like the big rough cut of it before I got home, which was nice because editing time is precious these days, I feel like. So any chance that you get to work on it.
I'm so jealous.
Is nice. And I got to explore a little local, or I think it's a local coffee shop, maybe not, but local. They don't have it here. And it was really cute and fun. So I worked on that all day and met her for her lunch break, and we went to Flower Child, and it was really good.
Loved it.
And then kind of got off work. We met back up. We went to a little rooftop bar /
Tap 14
restaurant. Yeah,
that was my favorite place we went. I think just
it was a good vibe.
It was a good vibe. It seemed a place like I thought. I was telling Hannah in New York, I was very fortunate and found like my place very early in the grand scheme of things. It was just a place where it wasn't anything truly special, if I'm being quite honest, but it was just a place I felt comfortable, a place that was affordable, a place where I could bring anyone for really any occasion. And it was close to where I lived, and eventually it got to the point where I knew the bartenders and like life was good. I haven't got to that place yet here. And I haven't even found a place that I would want to be that place. And I was like, maybe this is it.
It's a good vibe because I feel like you get the best of both worlds, because downstairs it's like more of a bar scene where you can go and play bar games, meet people, vibe
like a true
out.
bar.
And then the top, which is the roof, is outside, and there's tables so you can sit down and have a casual drink or an appetizer or a meal and relax. And there's like a little bit of space in front of the bar if people wanted to stand and like talk and chat. So it was cute, and I liked the vibe. And the mac and cheese that I got slapped.
It was good. It was so good.
It was real good.
Real good. I also like my chicken sandwich a lot. So
that's good. You did get
I thought that was
finally.
Good. Yeah. I know.
And then we filmed TikToks when we got back after that.
What I'll say about Tap 14 is a lot of places in Denver are indoor-outdoor, just to accommodate more people, as well as like, in the summer it's so nice out. But obviously in the winter it's very, very cold. And the weekend that Hannah was here was very, very, very cold.
It was so cold.
Like the first cold weekend, like the day she arrived, it snowed.
Literally.
Like literally. And Tap 14 was the first place I'd been that had literally a heater at every, like, it was almost too warm.
It was. I was, like, low-key sweating.
But I would rather it be that than freeze my butt off. Like, I could go there knowing that I would be warm and still outside with a view. Yeah. Or, like, at Federales and Luster Pearl.
It was so cold. Oh, my gosh. I would have died to be sweating. I would have died.
Right. But, yeah. And then we went home and filmed TikToks, and we had so much fun. I've been waiting to see yours. You posted my least favorite one first.
Really?
I didn't eat as much as I ate in the other ones.
Well, you haven't posted any of them, so who's talking? Yeah, that's right.
Well, yeah.
That's right. That's right. No. Exactly.
The one I have to edit in another app, and I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
Excuses. And then the others...
Just kidding.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm just kidding.
You're not wrong.
I'm Snapchatting you right now because our timer is on. I don't even know why I give it. Anyway, I hate Snapchat. That's a different story.
She said, I hate Snapchat, but I'm going to keep the timer.
I know. Well, I realized that as I was doing it. I'm like, I hate this app. But yeah, that was the last night. And then after we filmed TikTok, we packed up, went to bed Tuesday morning, got up hella early because I had to go to the airport early.
I didn't think it was that bad, but that's probably because I'm used to getting up a little early.
It was pretty bad for me because I don't get up that early, and we literally got up at like 6-something in the morning, and I was exhausted. But it was fine because all I had to do was fly home and go to bed. Actually, that's not true. I saw Madeline after that, and we...
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we went to dinner and like hung out for a while. That's beside the point. But that was it. And then I went home, and it was so sad, but it was so much fun, and it went by so fast, like it always does, every single time.
I'll also say I feel like it hurt because you were on one the night before. Like, there were several times where we could have gone to bed, and she was like, "No, let's do this," or like, "Do a haul," or "Do this," which was
we really
fun,
didn't
and
go
that's
to
what
bed
made it
that
fun.
late.
But
Like,
for getting up that early, we got less
guess.
than like 5 hours of sleep.
No. Really?
I think
We
so, because
we were in bed
walked-
by like midnight, and we got up at like 6.
I thought we got up at 5 for some reason.
No, because we left the house like a few minutes before 7. You got up at 6, and I got up at like 6:20
Oh, okay.
ish. But yeah, it was fun. I already want to come back, even though I just left. And yeah, do you have any final notes? Because I feel like we're
My
at that
final
time.
notes
We're
was just
wrapping up.
going to be on the point you just touched on. Even if you don't come live in like Denver, because
Mhm.
also, to be honest, we've never lived in the same area. Like, I truly don't know what it would be like.
Me either.
I definitely couldn't, like, I still want my own place, but like,
Yeah.
it'd definitely be fun to be closer, if not in like the
Mhm.
same town or like 30 minutes to an hour away.
Yeah.
Like, I always judge people that would move for like friends or whatever, especially at kind of the age that we're at, just because like we are so young in the grand scheme of things. But at the same
Mhm.
time, me being this far from like my family and like really all of my like lifelong home friends,
Yeah.
I don't want to say, I mean, it's not my favorite, and I'm definitely okay. I would almost rather be the one that's away than the one that's there.
Mhm.
But it's something that I really do, taking the time to either planning trips to see each other or just like wanting to eventually be closer in life geographically, like, is definitely on my mind when it comes to my brother, when it comes to you, when it comes to Addie. Like,
Yeah.
those are things that, like, I told you I haven't seen Colton since last Christmas, and I'm not going to see him until Thanksgiving, and that's
like almost a year.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and that's just
crazy.
going to continue to be the reality.
Yeah.
And I know for me, the next couple years professionally, like, I'm probably going to have to end up working certain holidays. Like, I'm not going to get
Mhm.
everything off. Like, I'm not always going to be
Yeah.
as lucky as I am this year.
Mhm.
And that's just part of being a young professional. I think regardless of your career, regardless of where you work, being the youngest and the newest in the office, I feel like you kind of have to pay your dues and like
Mhm.
tough it out. And that's part of it. And I don't mind doing it, but it also really makes me appreciate the people in my life, and when people do come visit, and I hope more people do. And I also plan, once I like pay off some student debt and like save and kind of recover, because I am still paying off my car accident as well as my
Mhm.
student debt. I want to go back to New York. I want to travel and see people.
Mhm. Mhm.
So all that stuff, but maybe one day
Yeah.
we'll be closer. Did
I hope so.
visiting make you think anything differently about like your move or your next thing? Not even in regards to Denver, but just like in general.
Oh, I mean, being in your apartment and like it being your space made me like excited for when I have my own space. Because there's nothing better than having your own space, and I've wanted to live alone for a little while now, and so seeing your place and how so cute it is, and just like that you have your own place, definitely makes me want to have my own place like as soon as I can. For sure. So
Totally.
it was good, and I can't wait until you can come to my place whenever I have one and see it. Hopefully it'll be as cute.
Well, thanks. I'm glad you
Yes.
like it. I was
I
really
did
self-conscious
like it.
about my apartment, but I'm
No,
glad
it's so cute. I loved it.
thanks. I feel like it's coming together, but I'm also trying to be realistic, and that I'm not going to have everything.
Yeah, it takes
immediately.
time. It takes time. But
Yeah. Okay, well, I guess that's going to wrap up this episode. I was going into this thinking this would be the shorter of the two, and here we are.
It's definitely going to be the longer of the two.
But we wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. We love filming this. We love podcasting. We love all the things. So be sure to follow us on all the things. And we will see you in another episode really soon. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.